Morning. We are working on the review packet 6.2 skills practice. Page 411 is where it starts. All right, my friends. How's it going?
Just perfect.
Bueno, how many days left?
7.
Counting today.
6.
7 till winter break. All right? Now, we have been finishing what we're going to finish out of Unit 6. Now we have, we're going to review this packet. Today is review of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's Thursday, right? All of a sudden my brain is like, what day is it? And then tomorrow we'll start reviewing for the final. Okay, so this is a review of some of the stuff from this week, the system of equations and how to add them together and eliminate. And then tomorrow we review the overall final. Alden, did you want to turn that in? That page and that page. We're good. We're up and running, Mr. Craig. All right. Again, there's 2 more calculators. If that's going to be useful for you. Okay. Guillermo, what do you think? They've got a turn for us. Linear combination. I saw it in what we read yesterday. Could you take the headphones out? But remember what we've been doing to solve systems. What have we been doing to the equations? We are subtracting and adding. And what does that do to the equations as like a first step? To simplify a system. You start out with 2 equations, 2 variables. You do this combination method, and as you put it together, you make it so something cancels out, and you have a simpler form that you can work with to solve the equation. Down here, problem 1, they give you a sample. This is about a high school marching band selling fruit baskets. Oscar, could you read for us, please? Okay. Number 1.
The high school marching band is selling fruit baskets as a fundraiser. They sell a large basket containing 10 apples and 15 oranges for $20. They sell a small basket containing 5 apples and 6 oranges for $8.50. How much is the marching band charging for each apple and each orange?
Okay, you can see stuff written down faint. On my computer, it's colored. It's like blue or something. So everything written here is what they're expecting you to do in the next couple of problems. The first step is set up these equations. Step 1. 10x plus 15y. 10 apples plus 15 oranges equals 20. Next, they also have a different thing. Small fruit basket only has 5 apples and 6 oranges, and it costs $8.50. So X and Y representing apples and oranges. Here's the first fruit basket, the large one. Here's the second fruit basket, the small one. So step 1 is read the problem, set up the equations. Step 2 is right here. What did they do right here? Okay, multiply by -2. You're not always going to multiply by -2, but why did they do that? How is multiplying by -2 and the equations that are down here, how is that better? So this is step 2. They had to multiply by something. Here's the new and improved form. How's that new and improved form better? Isabella.
You can cross out the x's because they're opposites.
You can cross out opposites. That's huge. This step right here is the main advantage of using this system. You can cross out opposites. What does opposites mean? Thank you, Ashley. Negative and positive, both with the same number value. So, Guillermo, what can we say about 10 and negative 10?
That they will cross each other out.
They'll cross each other out. Chris V, why will they cross each other out? One's positive, one's negative, okay? So the whole reason they picked the negative 2 in this step is to set up that situation. Sam, headphone needs to be out of your ear.
Oh, my bad.
Okay? So now we have what ends up happening right here is step 4. We have this small little simplified version of the equation. After you've got your opposites, this is easy to solve. Okay? You end up with y equals 1, and then there's one last thing to do. Anna, what's happening down here? This is step 5.
Divide.
Wait, no, look before you talk. What's happening? Oh, you were looking right there. That was divide. We'll call on you when we... But right here, this last piece, they're substituting. They found out what one of the variables is, and they substituted in to figure out what the other variable is. All right? So set up equations. Multiply if you need to get at least one of the variable with opposites. Then you're going to combine them and something will cancel out. Solve that one. Substitute it in. I'm going to call this substitute. Substitute. Okay, to get the other variable. You need an x and a y as answers. All right, flip the page. Asna. Asna works at a shipping dock. Jerry, go ahead and read.
Asna works on a shipping dock at a tire manufacturing plant. She loads a pallet with 4 mud-slinger tires and 6 road ripper tires. The tires on the pallet weigh 212 pounds. She loads the second pallet with 7 mud-slinger tires and 2 road ripper tires. The tires on the second pallet weigh 184 pounds. How much does the mud-slinger tire and each road ripper tire weigh?
Okay, there's 2 batches of information. This is the first batch of information. And then there's a second pallet. And the second pallet, here's its information. There's also 2 variables we're going to need. In both cases, we're talking about different types of tires. We have mudslingers and road rippers. We need to set up a variable. You say let, okay, what should our variables be?
R and M.
R and M. So let M equal, what's the kind of tire we're going to let? Mudslinger. Let R equal road ripper. So 2 kinds of tires in both scenarios. Okay, so you got to set your variables up. Now we got to set up our first initial equations. Okay, so looking at just the pink, we have 4 mudslingers. And on that pallet are also 6 road rippers. Together on the pallet, they equal 212 pounds. Second pallet. She loads a second pallet with 7 mudslingers. Martine, how am I going to write that right here? I'm working with the yellow stuff.
7 M plus 2R equals 184.
184. Good. We needed that weight as part of our information. Good job. Okay, now we double check those equations and say, do I have a variable that's going to cancel out? No, not yet. I see one that's the easiest multiply, probably right here. I can get that 2 to look like a 6. What do I got to multiply this by? -3. All right, so I'm going to create some transformed equations. The top equation isn't changing. But the bottom one, I'm going to distribute this -3 all the way across, including on the other side of the equal sign. So 3 times 7, 3 times 2, and 3 times 184. On for the calculator. Thank you. What's going on? And it's negative. Now I'm going to add those two. The whole reason I did that was to get opposites. +6 minus 6. Goodbye. They cancel when I add. +4, -21. +212, -552. This is Sam's favorite step.
Divide.
Thank you. Divide both sides by -17. M equals 20. Tony, what do I do with that M now?
Put it back in the equation.
Put it back in and I get to pick. Do I want to use this equation? Do I want to use that equation? Do I want to use that equation? What one do you like?
The top one.
Top one? Okay. So 4 times 20. Instead of M, I know what M is now. So I'm going to go 4 times 20 plus 6 times R, 212. So there's the top equation, but I've replaced the M with 20. I want R by itself, so I'm going to subtract the 80 from both sides. Sam?
How about time you divide?
Yes. R equals 22. So, I have 20 mudslingers and 22 road rippers. Actually, that's not the number, that's the weight of each, right? The mudslinger weight and road ripper weight. All right. Now, at your tables, everybody doing Pizza Barn. Pizza Barn. Okay? I'm going to walk around. Oh, makes me hungry. I like pizza.